Hello, and welcome back to the Potted Plant Politics YouTube channel. Now, as you may or may not know, I have a business management and economics degree. But I realized today that I am fucking useless and I actually can't remember most of the basic economic theories. Now, when I say can't remember, I don't mean don't understand, but I can't immediately reference them like I used to be able to. So I thought I'm useless, and I'm not gonna lie, I lost the will to live a little bit because I did think to myself, well, I have a politics and economics YouTube channel, and if I can't remember the most basic economic concepts, how am I supposed to do that? But then I thought to myself, here's an opportunity to relearn the concepts using my YouTube channel. So what I'm going to do is, during the process of my relearning, I'm going to try my best to articulate these concepts after I've learned them to my YouTube channel for you guys, the audience. Today's video is opportunity cost. Now, basically, opportunity cost is where a individual or body or a business has two or maybe even more choices, and out of choice A or B, they choose A, and then the opportunity cost would be whatever the value of B is. To give you an example, a farmer has to choose between whether to grow tomatoes on his land or cucumbers. Now, say if we value cucumbers at 50 points of utility, and say if we value tomatoes at 30 points of utility, and he goes with cucumbers, option A, which are 50 points. Then he is given up the next best option, option B, which is 30 points. So he would be losing the opportunity to grow tomatoes, which would mean the opportunity cost is 30 utility points. In most cases, opportunity cost is mathematically measurable. Say, for example, you've got a car factory. I I don't know, and this made up car factory has to choose between whether to produce Audis or Minis. Now, an Audi, for example, could be worth £10,000. A Mini, £3,000. So obviously, if you're a car manufacturer, you're gonna go for the Audi because it's more money. So you would then be giving up £3,000 every time you manufacture an Audi, which would mean the opportunity cost of choosing the Audi over the Mini is £3,000. Where opportunity cost gets tricky sometimes is when you bring in preferences and individual choices. And, and I say this because preferences and individual choices are measured really in beliefs and value systems rather than empirically and mathematically measurable. Say, for example, you've got a choice between going to a piss up with your friends or studying for an exam. Because they are individual choice with no direct consumer costs, that can't be measured in a sense as the same way as the car manufacturer scenario can. Because one individual might place 50 utility points on going out for a piss up, and another individual might place 40 utility points on going out for a piss up. And it basically depends on what type of individual you are, is gonna lead to what one you value more as an individual, if that makes sense. So, say for example, person A places 50 points on going for a piss up and only 30 points on studying for the exam. Then they obviously choose to go for a piss up and they lose 30 points in opportunity cost. Another person, however, might place more of an emphasis on studying. So they might go for option B and they're going to lose the opportunity cost of option A, which the numbers might be slightly different. So they might only lose 20 points of opportunity cost. So that's where it gets really confusing when you look at preference versus empirical evidence, because realistically, we know about the values of car parts for different cars, but we don't know about individual preferences. So, my question to you would be, is opportunity cost really an economic concept? Or is it more of a philosophy concept? Or perhaps you think it's both? Let me know in the comments. Bye all!